Water is the fountain of life. It's soothing and conjures up a feeling of freshness and vitality. People like to create their environment with water, for example, with their own garden pond. Here you can allow your imagination complete freedom. In the next few minutes, you'll see how to build a pond step by step. A garden pond is a piece of nature shaped by human hand. To make sure it always remains attractive and full of life, therefore calls for good planning and the right technology from OASE. The right location is the first key factor to ensure a healthy pond. The ideal position is a semi-shaded location with sun for 4 to 6 hours and exposed to the south and west. A spot under deciduous trees is less suitable. Leaves in particular will make your pond look unattractive. A fish pond should be at least 1 meter deep and at least 1 meter 50 meters for koi carp. This ensures their habitat will remain frost-free even in winter. Pre-formed ponds made of plastic are very simple and fast to install, and they're available in a range of sizes and shapes. Pond liners offer real scope when designing a pond. With liners, everyone can put his or her own ideas for a pond into practice. We are opting for a lined pond 10 square meters in size. We've done our planning, and off we go. First of all, we mark out the basic shape. To even out any differences in height in the ground, we now work out the imaginary water level. In our case, the ground is ideal. If there are differences in height in the ground, lower levels have to be built up. We dig inwards from the outside, down to a level slightly deeper than we actually want the pond to be. When doing so, we remove any protruding stones and roots. We now mark the other zones. The bog zone, the shallow water zone, and the deep water zone. We use some of the earth dug out to create the slope for our stream. The size of the liner required is calculated using lengths of string. We lay these out along the length and width, and after adding on an extra 50 centimeters on each side, we work out the exact measurements for the liner. The edges of the pond can be created in a number of different ways. The simplest method is to make a trench all round. Fleece and liner are laid over the mound so created and then tucked in. The gap produced is filled up with gravel. However, edge-fixing systems with a stable substructure are more likely to ensure that the edges of the pond do not sink even under load. Whether stone, wood or plastic tubing, there is a whole range of options open to you. We've opted for a design with plastic tubes. If there are too many stones in the earth, the bottom of the pond can be covered with a layer of sand to protect the liner. However, normally a fleece is sufficient for lining the pond. Press the fleece firmly into place and cut off any surplus material. The next step is the pond liner. Here the decisive factor is its texture, in addition to a high resistance to tearing. The rough texture of the Oasa liner makes it easier for microorganisms to attach themselves. This soon gives the liner a natural appearance. For the edges, we're using liner with a decorative stone pattern. Pump hoses and cables are tucked away out of sight in a fold in the liner. Otherwise, there should not be any folds or creases in the liner if possible. The liner for the stream is bonded to the pond liner with glue. We lastly form the protruding liner into a fold 10 centimeters deep. This so-called capillary barrier prevents the surrounding earth becoming saturated with pond water. The plants are placed in planting baskets, which we fill with substrate. First of all, we plant the deep water zone, where the pump is also located. This entire area is decorated with stones. However, the stones should not be within the suction zone, as the pump's performance will be reduced by a smaller suction area. High-quality pumps are available whatever the application or requirements. For example, the Atlantis range from Oasa is designed for use with streams and waterfalls. This range guarantees years of pleasure from running water thanks to its long service life and simple handling. If the pump becomes blocked up with leaves or grass, instant self-cleaning is ensured by the special Jet Clean system. There is a wide selection of special pumps for water features of all kinds. For example, the Nautilus range. The filter wings offer a particularly large filter area, also detached from the body of the pump. This also permits convenient operation and maintenance from the edge of the pond. We recommend the Aquamax range for pumping pond water through suitable filter systems. Aquamax pumps offer a service life that is up to 10 times longer than for conventional submersible pumps, and with very low energy consumption levels. Even large particles of dirt and pieces of plant are no problem for the Aquamax. The wide filter openings handle particles up to 10 mm in size. At the water outlet, the ball joint can be moved into any position. Aquamax is also particularly flexible due to the additional satellite units. Simply connect up and in an instant the suction area is divided between 2 locations in the pond. Or you can use a skimmer to clean the surface. The skimmer removes dirt and leaves directly from the surface of the water and passes them to the filter. An Aquamax is the ideal solution for all ponds containing fish, including in the winter. The patented frost protection system means that it will also withstand the winter weather. But let's get back to our pond. The bottom is covered with gravel and the Aquamax pump in position. We now fill the deep water zone. Our tip: use tap water. The next step is to plant the shallow water zone. Planting baskets are also ideal for this. Embankment pockets are the perfect solution for the steep bank. They are fixed with large stones at the edge of the bank and covered with gravel. To plant the bog zone, we cut out embankment mats from coconut fibre and arrange them in the shallow water. The mats are lastly weighted down. Finally, the bog zone is filled with gravel. Let your imagination run free when creating the transition from pond to garden. We've opted for natural stone paving. At this point on the bank, any animals that fall in the pond can climb out again. The pond already looks really good. Our aim is, of course, to create a clean and healthy pond. And Oasa offers the right solution with different filter systems for every pond. The continuous flow filters in the Biotech range are available for all sizes of pond. They filter dirt and surplus nutrients from the pond water according to a mechanical biological principle. How does a flow filter work? Pond water and dirt are fed to the filter by the pump. In the first step, UVC light causes algae to form clumps. The patented self-cleaning system of the UVC lamp ensures permanent 100% effectiveness. These particles are filtered out using the ScreenX process. Here, the water passes through a special sieve, where dirt particles are removed and the water is enriched with oxygen. In the filter zones, harmful substances are converted to harmless nitrogen in several stages. The special sieve and filter sponges have to be cleaned regularly. Both can be cleaned very simply and easily inside the housing. The FilterClear pressure filter system, which also operates on a mechanical biological principle, offers a high degree of flexibility. The filter can be positioned either above or below the water level, as the water is pumped in a closed system. Water can also be fed to waterfalls and streams at higher levels thanks to the working pressure produced. To clean the filter, simply turn the switch on the cover and pull up the handle several times. This squeezes and cleans the sponges. The dirty water produced is automatically discharged through the outlet and can be used to fertilize the garden. As we want a small stream with our pond, we opted for the pressure filter. We now add Oasa BioKick to the tap water. This helps the pond develop a biological balance much quicker. And what's missing? Why, the fish, of course. It's the fish that really make the pond come alive. There is a wide selection available, ranging from the stickleback to koi. The following rule of thumb applies. There should never be more than 1 kilogram of fish per cubic meter of water in your pond. Our pond holds 6,000 litres, that's a maximum of 6 kilos. Don't forget that fish will grow. We therefore limit ourselves to a total weight of 3 kilos. But wait 4 weeks before stocking your pond with fish. Only then will the ecological system of the pond have become stable. With the Oasa Quick Stick, it's easy to check whether all key conditions match those needed by your fish. Finished. Clean water, thriving plants and happy fish. A fascinating piece of nature in your own garden. You see, making your own pond is really simple. Building a pond is not difficult with your ideas and technology from Oasa. Water features also give your pond something special. A range of different effects can be achieved really easily in next to no time. To make sure your fish are happy in their environment, Oasa offers EcoFit food mixes. The result is something to be proud of. A healthy, easily digestible diet will keep your fish active. You can also ring the changes by giving your fish a treat. Something to delight you. With EcoFit Fish Snack, tame fish will even eat out of your hand. Plants produce oxygen, reduce the level of nutrients, and so curb the growth of algae. Every plant in your pond has its preferred location. Water lilies love deep, calm water. Reeds and rushes, on the other hand, prefer shallow water. Once your pond is built, it needs occasional care, along with its inhabitants. With Aqua Active, It is really simple to ensure you have a clean and healthy pond. It does away with all problems in your pond's ecosystem quickly and reliably. For example, string algae or a lack of oxygen. And with the right tools, it is simple to look after your pond both in and at the edge of the water. Whatever idea for your pond interests you, if the technology keeps a low profile, a truly natural atmosphere will be the result. Ponds can also look really attractive in the dark. Lighting systems conjure up fascinating moods. And if you want the entire garden to create a feeling of well-being, pond lights can also be used for attractive mood lighting on paths and lawns. The garden, a place to enjoy, by day or night.